You're watching Baton Rouge Lagniappe with your host, Matt Kennedy. Education Report. Arts and Entertainment. Career Corner. Shape Up. City Talk.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Baton Rouge Lagniappe on what promises to be kind of a rain-soaked weekend. We'll have our complete forecast coming up, but you'll dodge the rain showers a lot this weekend. Let's start by talking with Dr. Shirley White from Success Images, successimages.com. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning to you. I'm great. Thank you.
A very simple yet a very complex topic this morning.
Yes, indeed.
Hugging in the workplace. Is hugging in the workplace okay? Is it right? Is it wrong? Let's start with talking about, is it ever acceptable?
I think it is. Let me just back up and say this very quickly. Interestingly enough, studies continue to tell us that hugging can be really good for your health. On the other hand, in the workplace, depending, it can certainly be a liability. I think there's really no definitive answer, but there are a number of things you need to think about.
Okay.
First of all, look at your company. Many companies, certainly any type of personal affection is frowned upon,
Right.
inappropriate, unacceptable. On the other hand, professions such as healthcare, hugging can be very much needed and very acceptable. Even in what I do as a career consultant, I've had many a client sitting in my office crying. And generally, I walk the guys through it because when you've lost a job, it is a
It's
sense
tough.
of grieving. It really is. The ladies, though, and their stories can be really, really wild. And many times I will say at the end of our process, is it okay if I give you a hug?
But you ask.
I ask, and every single time it's been, oh, by all means, please. So things we need to look at with a hug, it's not so much about the hug itself, but how it's perceived and how you hug versus a big hug rubbing down the back or maybe just a side hug. So all of these things are important. And we can go on with our first thought there.
Take cues from others. Respect cultural differences. Some societies hug, some don't.
That's absolutely true, and sometimes there's very little touching in some societies. And some other things besides culture, you need to think about age. The younger generation tends to be more touchy-feely than the older generation. And upbringing. Now, I am definitely in the older generation, but I grew up in a huggy-feely, touchy-kissy family.
But some people didn't.
They absolutely, and you can almost see them put their hands up. We have to read body language and know, but always ask. If you feel that someone may need a hug, at least ask. You don't want, first of all, a hug needs to be deserving and it needs to be welcome. So you don't want to create a situation by unknowingly hugging somebody.
And when in doubt, point number 3, just shake hands.
Absolutely. Good, firm, enthusiastic handshake.
But I can hug you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
See, she's all good. See, we're all good. Did I touch too long? Was that
No,
good?
you were just right, just enough.
Successimages.com if you'd like to know more. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, God bless you. When we come back, we'll talk about the DuPose competition. That's next when we continue in just a moment here on Baton Rouge Lagniappe.